What's the one thing you remember, Barry, about the '88 team that comes to mind the quickest?
Oh, man. Well, I remember the good fortune of having 5 fifth-year senior offensive linemen and a fifth-year senior fullback. Of course, Mike Gundy at quarterback, Hartley Dykes at receiver. Just, it was just a fortunate set of circumstances going in for me, going into that season. Of course, I remember, we were thinking, gosh, we don't have Thurman here anymore. What are we going to do? Just things like that.
I bet you weren't thinking that though, were you?
Yeah, I was. You know what? I mean, yeah, kind of, yeah, absolutely. I was thinking. I'm glad to, glad to be here, able to play, and that I certainly had a chance to watch him and learn a lot. But just excited to be in college, playing at, a starter at Oklahoma State, and with a chance to, come out and prove myself as a starter.
As the season was progressing, could you see a possible Heisman run coming? Could your teammates see it? How did that all unfold?
Not too late. I think if you go back and look, as we've talked about before, I've talked about today, you see that going into that first game, I'm still doing the special teams duties. And so it wasn't, and Coach Jones had made it clear to us back then that, we don't have a definite starter at running back just yet. And Sanders is still going to do special teams, and that's why I was there to return that first kickoff for a touchdown. So as the season went along and started putting up big numbers, I don't remember any Heisman rumblings until maybe after the Colorado game, and I'd have to go back and look and see when that was. But that, I think that was the middle or latter part of the season, because we hadn't, in a lot of people's minds, had any real stiff competition. And then after the Nebraska game, that was a big marker, because they beat us pretty good, but we put up some pretty good numbers, and they had a lot of guys that were going to play on the next level, and so people thought then, okay, maybe he has a chance to win the Heisman.
Coach Jones has admitted that he lied at the start of the season, that the running back position was open competition. You knew that too, didn't you?
Well, I mean, thing I like about Coach Jones is that he was all business. He had complete control of his team, and for me, it didn't matter whether it was a lie or not. I had to come and prove myself, and that's kind of how I approach the game. It's all business when you step on the field, and it was just a great opportunity, and so. I don't know whether it was a lie or not, but I know he still had me doing all the special teams.
Barry, what does it mean for you to have your quarterback now the coach of this team and doing a great job with this program?
Well, it means a lot. It means a lot. I know he cares deeply about Oklahoma State, even long before he was the coach here and certainly the head coach. And Mike. He knows the game in and out, and he has a great relationship with the kids, and he cares about them, and he certainly cares about this place, and so it's remarkable to be able to see what he's been able to do, and I just think that even with the success we've enjoyed here, that the future is as bright with him leading the team.
What's something about Mike Gundy that people might not know that you know?
Oh man, I don't know if I know anything about him that others don't really know. I know that he came in as a freshman and beat out a terrific, well-established college quarterback, and a guy that was about a foot taller than Mike and had probably twice the arm strength. And so Mike is just a competitor through and through. He was still a terrific athlete, two-sport athlete, baseball player, football player. I mean, so I don't want to downplay his athletic ability, but he was certainly, such a tough competitor, and I'm not surprised to see him coaching the team.
And just to come back here to see what the stadium looks like now, the support that's around this program, what is it like for you to come back here 25 years later?
It's kind of, I think, gosh, where were these people 25 years ago? But no, I'm happy for the kids. I'm happy for the school. It's a terrific atmosphere, and you feel good that the kids get a chance to enjoy this. That these facilities are remarkable. They're second to none. They're better than most facilities in the NFL. So that's a nice treat to have. And I think it's made a big difference.
A lot of people use
you after high school. I've read conflicting.
Kansas recruited me. I'm not sure to what degree, but I do remember talking to Kansas coaches. I don't remember who it was there. They were down at that time. They were pretty well down as far as college football. Kansas and K-State. I think as I was leaving high school is right when Snyder came over to K-State. But and so they recruited me. I grew up just a few doors away from Wichita State University, and they recruited me. They pretty much recruited me very, very late in the game. But I don't remember the degree to which KU recruited me, but they did recruit me.
A lot of people mark the Texas A&M game as your breakthrough game here as a junior. Did you see it the same way? I mean, do you remember any special runs that maybe catapulted you in the national limelight?
I don't. That was a home game, right? I know they had some kids there that were headed to the pros. I know that they were really good. I know that from what I can remember, that was a game that we weren't supposed to win, and I think we beat them pretty handily. And I don't remember what point in the season that was, but I certainly remember the game.
What about meeting with the fans? Some of them speechless when they finally got to meet you. What does that mean to you to see these fans?
No, you know what? It's remarkable. We had a great fan event here this morning, and had a chance to be kind of hands-on. And hey, look, I'm a lifelong football fan, and you could sense the excitement, and it was a room full of people that were excited. Maybe they're excited, because of the game was about to start, but I'm sure some of it was being in the Heisman house and that whole deal. So it's been fun for me.
Does it feel like it's been 25 years?
No, it doesn't, man. It really doesn't. God, the time has flown by, so many, but so many great memories and great people, and because I'm that guy that grew up, watching all those Heisman Trophy winners, prior to me, whether it's Vinny Testaverde, whether it's Doug Flutie or Marcus Allen, Billy Sims, Tony Dorsett, Archie Griff. I mean, I was studying those guys as a kid, and so the fact that my name, would go down with theirs and would have that same sort of impact on the game is remarkable for me.
Barry, you ever thought about what if you hadn't left the game when you did, about any of that? Were you ready to say enough is enough?
Yeah, I think about it some, but that was a perfect time for me to leave. It was something that I knew. I knew that I had lost that drive to play the game, that I had experienced 10 great years in the NFL, doing exactly what I loved doing, and doing what I never dreamt I'd have a chance to do. And I knew that, so I knew that at that moment it was time to move on. And it's really hard to explain and describe, but it's just something that I understood.
Barry, what's it like watching your son play college football for a really good team?
Oh, you know what? My heart is filled with joy over that. you know, I mean, he's at a great place. They're having a great year. You know, and they've enjoyed similar type success as we've enjoyed here. And you know, their fans have been really treated to some great football. And he's got a chance to play. He's had a chance to play a little bit this year. You know, he's a redshirt freshman. You know, and we're excited about their success as well, and his success in that. And so I couldn't be happier about that.
You mentioned the fan event at the Heisman House. Have you gotten a chance to see any of your old teammates that are going to be here today, or have you been coming around doing all this type of stuff that you haven't really had a chance?
I've seen a couple. Haven't seen the whole group at this point. You know, and I hear we have a pretty large group of guys that did have a chance to make it back for this. You know, so I'm looking forward to that program.
Can you say what your emotions will be when you're out there being honored today?
Well, you know, it'll be. I'm pretty sure it'll be mixed emotions, or I guess varied emotions. Just memories and excitement, and almost sadness that it's been so long, that much time has passed. But you know, at the same time, you know, just thinking about you know, how that year really changed my life, you know, but and also just the guys, being able to be with the guys that were there, that you experienced it with, and that sort of thing. So really, just a lot of different emotions.
Is this the best time for you to be a fan? You know, your alma mater is doing well, your son playing well at Stanford, and the Lions are winning. It's the best time for you to enjoy football on the weekends?
Well, no, it's certainly a good time. Certainly a unique time for me. You know, seeing the success we're having here at Oklahoma State. You know, BJ spent so many weekends here watching games. He loved it here. A lot of his friends are here. You know, and you know, if he could, he'd probably be here himself, you know, watching the game. But you know, so but yeah. But to answer your question, yes. You know, a lot of the teams that I'm connected with and affiliated with are having good success.
Your favorite moment? Last couple questions. Your favorite moment during your time here at OSU?
Oh man, my favorite moment. Wow.
Favorite memory?
You know, I don't know. I mean, obviously winning the Heisman was unique and special and life-changing. You know, even coming here on my recruiting trip, I remember.
What do you remember about that?
I remember being in the locker room, seeing Paul Blair, Leslie O'Neal, Mark Moore, and how big these guys were, and thinking, oh my God, I have to come play against these guys, you know, and you know, and just those types of things, and then just being a student here. It was a great place for me, small town, you know, but a lot of people going off and doing great things all over the world, and really leaving this mark in this region, you know, and so things like that.
When people say to you that you still are the best college football player ever to play the game, what does that mean to you?
You know, I mean, to me, it's quite remarkable, because again, I'm that guy that at, you know, 9, 10 years old was sitting there watching Tony Dorsett and his success he enjoyed at University of Pittsburgh, or watching Billy Sims, you know, or watching Marcus Allen, you know, and then going out in my neighborhood trying to duplicate what I saw those guys do. And so, you know, to think that I would become one of those guys, it's still sometimes hard to believe, you know, and you know, all the right things came together that year for me, honestly, and so many people were involved in that, and it was just kind of one of those situations where the right circumstances, you know, met with the right time and the right person, and it was just a you know, memorable year, and landmark year, you know, as far as for me, and you know, so I'm just glad I was part of it.
Did you really almost go to Tulsa?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Well, no, let me rephrase that. My dad really wanted me to go to Tulsa. I shouldn't say I almost went there, but my dad, he really felt like, you know, and he was usually right. My dad was normally right. As he would tell you, I lost him a few years ago, but he would tell you he's always right. But he felt like there were too many running backs here, and that I could go there and play much earlier, which I probably could have. And so you know, he wasn't that pleased initially when I signed, and but he eventually got over it. You know, and fortunately, you know, my mom was a big help through all that. You know, and I think she reminded him that I'm one of 11, and that he should be happy that somebody's giving me a scholarship. But yeah, it was, you know, he was certainly leaning for me to go to Tulsa. You know, and I'm glad that even kind of what I learned from him, just, you know, I have my own mind about things, you know, and I knew that this was the place for me. I knew that I remember coming here on a recruiting trip and just feeling like this was home, and that, you know, if at all possible, I was going to come here.
Thank you.